This clip is brought to you by Within You Supplements. No bullshit, no fillers, just great tasting supplements to help your performance. Enjoy this clip.
So why don't you use steroids? Do you still compete in the USA? Do you still compete in that lifting?
I could also say, why would I? You know, it's like Chris has a quote that was quoted by Huberman on his Instagram. He said, you know, alcohol is one of the only things where if someone says they don't drink, the other person asks why. You know, like something must be must be wrong.
That's what I'm thinking. You said you love strength and you want to be as strong as possible. There's something
actually,
out there that exists. That's part of the program.
No, I actually don't. I don't. It's just, I don't know. I might consider it. You know.
Oh, there we go.
At least we got something.
Because
it's that no thing that gets me.
It's hard to discuss nuanced things like this when people have taken up taken up arms on either side. It's one of those things with like the use of actual drugs or like, you know,
when you say drugs, you mean like meth?
Well,
like, what are you talking about? Like drugs and steroids or drugs?
Like
mushrooms or something?
Mushrooms, acid, things like that. There's a lot of, it's tricky wording there. And I don't want to come across as like saying, hey kids, go do drugs. They're actually okay for you. Like, there's too much variance in the way that people think, in the way that they approach things to give any sort of absolute answers or any sort of absolute suggestions. But to say that it's impossible for somebody to take drugs and experiment with themselves and say that that person's a bad person, right? You cannot say shit. Like, I do not believe that people should be saying shit like that. Right. And that's where you can get into trouble on either sides.
Yeah.
So like, that's where I'm like, yeah, maybe at some point, I don't know. I like the idea that people are their own people. They can do their own thing and they can handle what comes at them. And I like to think that I'm one of those people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like Joe Rogan on his show. He's like, look, we've battled against cigarettes for a long, long time. And there is definitely reason for that. Because something needed to be said, like it really was about advertising. It's not actually so much about like the precedent set for advertising. It's not really so much about the health conditions which were occurring, but it was a result of the advertising. And this is where, you know, potentially if there was advertising from guys, I mean, if we look at the old muscle magazines and all these things, like you have a guy who's ridiculous looking and he's selling creatine or whey protein. That's where it's like, okay, we need to fucking put an end to that shit. Okay. That's bullshit. That's always going to be bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, look like this guy if you take this supplement.
But might inspire a young kid to hit the gym.
It could.
And to take some creatine.
Yeah, but it could also inspire them to take steroids. But I guess I'm kind of like going off on these little tangents, but Joe Rogan was talking about cigarettes and he's like a little bit of nicotine, you know, if you're not addicted, like there is a line to these things. There has to be. We can't just simply say, we can't just stigmatize everything or take up arms against something.
Yeah.
There's that saying, it's like stand for something or whatever.
Fall for anything.
Fall for anything. How can that be true all the time?
Yeah, that's dangerous.
How can that be true? Like fall for anything? Like I guess there are certain times where you like. I guess then maybe I'm a fucking gullible person, or maybe I'm somebody like I'm definitely very forgiving. Like I've had people do fucked up shit to me, and I've forgiven them. And maybe that's the type of, and that's not always a good thing. You know, there are people that you should get out of your life no matter what they're able to do later on. But maybe that's kind of the idea where like, I don't always stand for something.
Yeah.
But that might be what people are interested in me for. It's like, I don't fucking know the answer, guys. Come with me on this journey while I fucking find it out, or hopefully try to find it out and write a 5-paragraph essay about it.
Something I think that can be important is to share experiences with people on your own, like what you've experienced with something. So like for myself with like mushrooms, like I don't feel like mushrooms are addictive for me. I don't even really like taking them, but I still take them here and there just to kind of go on a journey. drugs, music, exercise. These are all things that can help take me to different places. And so sometimes I want to end up in a different spot or have my mood kind of change to a different spot. Maybe I'll do it with Kratom, or maybe,
By the way, this was fantastic.
it's amazing, right?
Hey, I know you guys enjoyed the video, so like, comment, subscribe, and head to the Power Project Discord below. Talk to y'all later.